What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. Appreciate you guys watching today. All right. I think I found the holy grail of all Dansco albums ever. So if you guys are new to the channel, I like to show coins. I like to show stuff that I find at my local coin shop. And I like to find books that are in excellent mint condition. And then I list them on eBay so that I can share the hobby with others, because not everyone has a big local coin shop and not everybody has the wherewithal to spend 50 bucks on an album, which these typically go for brand new. So if you're not familiar with Dansco, they're one of the best albums around. And what they do is they categorize them in different items. But towards the end of this video, I'm going to show you the ultra special book that I found. I've never, ever seen one like this. And I'll explain that in a little bit. So stick with me, guys. I'll try and keep this at 10 minutes. But basically what Dansco is, it's a company out of California, and they make these beautiful coin albums. And each one has basically the history of the coin for a collector. And then you get these like Mylar films where you can place your coin. And what makes these nice is that the Mylar kind of protects it, although if kept in certain conditions, if you're, these are all silver, for example, if you put silver coins in here, you can get sometimes you get some album toning, which is acceptable. So a lot of times when people bring these in to my local coin shop, they're filled with coins or a few coins. And unfortunately, someone had passed, or they're just done collecting coins and they're looking to cash out or whatever. But it's hard to find these used where everything's glossy. Sometimes there's like fingerprints, and I know it's going to sound gross. Sometimes there's like skin, especially here in Illinois. It gets pretty dry here. And unless you lotion up your hands, which you typically don't do to play with your coins or look at them or put them in albums, you're sometimes going to find things. So I always take all the Mylars out and I clean each individual one. That's the gross part about it. I wear gloves too. But each slot has a spot for the actual coin, so it makes coin collecting very easy, very accessible. And it's not one of those albums that exposes the coin front and reverse, or obverse and reverse. There's also Mylar in the back here, so I'm going to carefully pull one of these out. So you basically would place your coin in there, and then you slip the Mylar back over it, and then it basically protects it. But it's a beautiful way, and the best way, I believe, to store your coins when you want to look at them. And you can put them on a bookshelf, and then have them all probably not lying down flat like this. You probably lay them upwards, and then you can pull them out and basically enjoy your coin collection. So the Franklin half dollars is Dansco is making them again. So brand new, they're probably like 30, 35 bucks with free shipping, and you can get those off at eBay. Or at your local coin shop. I believe they sell for like 35, maybe 40. And the used ones, I pick these up for $10 each. And I'm always looking for the best, most minty, nicest looking one. Basically an album that I would choose for myself to place coins in. So I look for the best. I try and find ones that don't have writing, don't have like loose pages, missing Mylar, because no one wants an incomplete book. So you will find a link in all my videos to my eBay store. The Dansco albums that I list do sell very fast. They usually sell within a week because I pick the best ones. And the way I ship them is I wrap them in a Mylar bag, and then I place them inside USPS, so United States Post Office, flat rate envelope, so that way you get it super fast, and then I don't have to pay for a box. I do have boxes, but typically people want these quick, and these are nice to ship that way. So you get really fast shipping from me, and something like this I'll probably ask like 25 bucks, and I think the flat rate shipping's under 9 bucks or around 9 bucks. So it's a little bit cheaper than buying brand new, but you can support a small business, my own small business, for fun. Next one here is a Liberty Walking half dollars. So when you're searching, just put in Dansco. In this case, it'd be 7160. Again, another nice, beautiful album. There's a lot more coins in the Walking Liberty, as you see here. So this is a 4-page book. And then what's nice about this is this last page. You can kind of put other coins in it as well that you find, because they stopped making it, the Walking Liberty, in 1947D. But this one's cool too. That also shows like the mint numbers, so it's like one handy album where you can basically store your coins, show them off, or maybe not show them off. Some of these can get pretty valuable. These are the more modern books, so they make these brand new. These are very thick, so we got like 6 pages here. These are about $45 brand new, upwards of 50 with shipping, and I sell these for 30, so I'm a little bit cheaper than buying brand new from a local coin shop. And again, I'm picking out the best one. So this quarter one has all the different territories, has the history, and this one goes up to 2021. Now this has some writing in it, so it stopped with the Tuscany Airmen. So this is when Dansco came back in action and started making albums again, but then they stop again. So they didn't continually make it for the Crossing the Delaware quarter, which is 2021. And then the Maya, the Dr. Sally, the Wilma, that's when they started the women's quarters. They have a completely separate book. So I'm okay with someone writing here on the last page. I could try and get rid of this, but I don't like to do that because then it kind of like smears off. But there is a way you can remove pen off of these. It's just I didn't want to mess with it because it's such a nice book. And then this one here. So you've got 2010 to 2015. This one starts 2016. So these quarter books, the U.S. Mint likes to make a lot of quarters. And these also include all the proofs too. So both these books include the proofs. This is the 8145. Again, this is when Dansco is back in action, or before the pandemic, where they made these. So these are very expensive books. They're about $50. Again, I asked 30 plus shipping. And again, it has all the different information. And these are the cool America the Beautiful national parks. So, and then again, you can also include the proofs on these and the silver proofs. So there's a spot for the silver proofs, the Philadelphia, Denver, and the San Francisco, and then the silver San Francisco. So very, very cool to fill up that album. And then tried and true here is the Peace album, which these are a staple out there. The Peace dollars are pretty easy to collect. I mean, they can get pretty expensive. So your 1921 is going to be your rarest because they only made 1 million of those. So that's usually not going to be a beautiful coin you're going to put in there. But you might. I've seen Peace albums where everything is BU, and they're very, very expensive once they're filled. But they are making these again, I think. But a lot of guys like to buy the old vintage ones, and I like to find them with no writing in them and a nice, very glossy Mylar film. This obviously was a used album, but you can tell it's an older version of one. So, and then there's a little bit of writing there. He put plus, plus, and plus, plus, I guess, to kind of look for a 1928 or 1934 S. But again, this is a doable one. So appreciate you guys watching. So here's first of all, this album is special to begin with. They didn't make a ton of these. I believe it was the Shield Nickel. It's the Dansco 6110, I believe it is. So if you find one of these albums out in the wild, it by itself used sells for recent comp on eBay sold for $189. That's without any coins in it. And there's one whole page. One whole page, because there's not a lot of Shield Nickels. See, they're very rare. Some of them, they only made 2,000 of them. I mean, is anyone going to put a 1877 proof right here? They only made 510 of them. That's probably like $100,000 coin. So they didn't sell a lot of these albums because most people don't collect Shield Nickels. It's like the impossible task. However, there are very, very few where the Dansco album company made albums. Wait for it, guys. Wait for it. For Littleton Coin Company. So typically when I'm looking at these albums, I'm always looking for a number, and I'm like, wow, I've never seen it say Littleton Coin Company here. And there's another version of this too. It's like ST6 or something that's printed right here. So I don't know the history. I probably can pull some more history off of the Dansco albums, but it's super, super ultra rare to find a Dansco album, first of all, with just a blank one made by Dansco, because There very, very few were made. And then it's even more rare to find one from Littleton Coin Company, because in order to get this album, you had to subscribe probably in a magazine or some kind of coin newspaper back in the day to actually get this album. So when I saw this, I'm like, well, I didn't think it was anything special, because there's plenty of other like Littleton Coin Company books there, but they're always blue. They're either blue or they're green, or the really old ones are, I think, like light blue. So when I opened this too, I noticed there's no sign of a coin ever been placed in this album. So I was like, well, that's weird. So because normally when I go to my local coin shop, somebody has it filled, or they have coins in it, and then the coin shop buys the whole collection. They'll buy the album. So obviously somebody brought this in with a massive coin collection, and they're like, yeah, I have this album, and the coin shop didn't even know that how rare this is. So this is going to sound a little crazy, but there are no comps on eBay. The only ones that have sold are the normal Dansco albums, and there's people asking like $200 for brand new ones. Those are super rare too, or they could be like rewraps. But to find one made for Littleton Coin Company, you'll never see this ever, 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 ever. And if you do, and you see it at your coin shop, grab it, because I don't think there's very many of these left in existence. So this is a piece of definite numismatic history. For those coin collectors out there that watch my channel, you're never going to see a Dansco album made by Littleton Coin Company. And if you do, it probably is not for sale, meaning this is someone's collection. I mean, guys, there's people that collect Dansco albums. Like, I'm pretty sure whoever I sell this to probably has every single Dansco album ever made. Some of them can get extremely expensive because they're so rare. They don't make them anymore. And the ones that were out there were probably thrown in the garbage. Coins were not always worth so much. A lot of times they just take the coins out, and then at the estates and stuff, and they toss these because they don't know how rare just the album is. I mean, it just looks like a regular plain album. So, but you could tell. I mean, here it is, Littleton Coin Company, but it's definitely made by Dansco. Even though Dansco is weird, it's their information is nowhere to be found anywhere in this. But it's the same exact outside, same exact posting here, or binding. See the binding here? It's the same that you'll find in all their vintage albums. And then there's always like a screw end there for a regular screwdriver. See that? So super rare. If you want to buy it for me, I would really appreciate it. It might sit on eBay for quite some time before someone picks this up. I don't know. Like these, usually when these pop up, people grab them right away, and that's the regular 6110. You know, for the like I said, the last sale was 189. So let me know in the comments. You know, is that completely crazy what I'm asking? Because I found basically the rarest Dansco album. I don't know. We'll see. So I'll do a follow-up video if this actually sells. But again, if you guys are out there and you see Littleton Coin Company, I've never seen one. I've been in my local coin shop hundreds of times over the years, and I have never, ever, ever, ever seen. First of all, I've never seen a Shield Nickel Dansco album, and I've never seen one made for Littleton Coin Company. So appreciate you guys watching my channel. Please like, share, subscribe. Again, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think it's super cool that I was able to find it, and what a score. And we'll leave it at that. Appreciate it. You guys have a good rest of your day. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.